September 28, 2025, there is a one young girl that died in the Santa Monica Pier at America.
Oops, aren't you making entertainment out of this situation?
What do you mean by that? This video's only intention is to inform. And of course, this content is also just for an eye-opening.
But you're making money because of the videos you're making. Haven't you considered the feelings of the victims' families, and your viewers?
Stop! I know how to solve it. I know how to settle this debate. Mama Gabi!
Hi, my seductive groupmate Nisha. But before we start this, before we start, why don't we ask them? Are YouTube content creators using true crime
Stories as entertainment or an eye-opening information.
First, did you know that there's a case in America, particularly the Menendez brothers? This case has sparked intense debate, with some people expressing sympathy for the criminals, while others condemn their actions as cold-blooded murder. Here's a breakdown first of the crime that they commit. Lyle and Eric Menendez, their parents was brutally murdered by their son. And their reason is because they've experienced abuse. But still, is it morally right? The case has garnered significant media attention, with many people fascinated by the brothers' claims of abuse and their subsequent trial. But the sympathy for brothers, people believe that Menendez brothers were victims of abuse and that their actions was a desperate response to their situation. Additionally, the media portrayal of the case has been the subject of numerous documentaries, films, TV shows, including the Netflix series Monsters by Lyle and Eric Menendez, which has sparked renewed debate about the brothers' guilt and motivations. Glorifying criminals can create a distorted view of crime, making it seem appealing or heroic. Repeated exposure to glorified crime stories can desensitize people to the severity of criminal behavior. Inspiration for imitation. Glorification can inspire others to do the same thing. And skewed moral perspective, because glorification can blur moral lines, making it difficult for some to distinguish what's right and what's wrong. And lastly, we are all youth, and we're just beginning to think, beginning to see the true world. The influence on the youth, particularly on us, may be particularly susceptible to the allure of glorified crime narratives, potentially influencing their values and behaviors.
I disagree. Ethics on the true crime stories lies ahead of the audience views. It does not diminish the audience response as it is in the social media. Every user has its own discretion and responsibility to be cautious on what they consume in social media. So if ever they romanticize a criminal, it's their own moral values speaking and not the actual contents. Although many is very concerned, mainly for the ethics of morals in exploiting the information of the person in the case. According to research of Mary Alice Garnett at University of Alabama in Huntsville, content creator's source of information is already a public information to begin with, such as online documentaries of the crime's case, court procedures, news articles, online databases, and news articles. It means these creators does not violate any law, but it means as it is a public information that everyone can see and access. And as you mentioned, if it's unethical as it removes the persons involved a sense of privacy. However, the law of the Data Privacy Act of 2012, Republic Act number 10173, states that YouTube, Spotify, and other streaming application policy should restrict content that promotes illegal acts, violence, or hate speech, and creators censoring sensitive material to avoid policy violations such as privacy, human rights, and create an overall thrilling but as also ethical, eye-opening information to the public.
Alright, but I have a few more evidences to back up my claim. Go, my seductive and very smart Pokemon!
Who's that Pokemon? It's
According to Scott A. Bond, a PDH psychologist, I disagree. Viewers often feel more scared or unsafe after watching documentaries, true crime documentaries. For example, they can feel unsafe whenever going outside when it's midnight or they're checking their locks on the door. Some report nightmares, intrusive thoughts, or paranoia. Victims or families may feel distressed when their story are retold. Iguana, I give you these puppies.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
Too much exposure to true crime content sometimes leads to real-life copycat crimes. We can see this in the case from United Kingdom News, wherein Stefano Breezy has been guilty of killing his the protagonist dissolved a rival drug dealer in a bathtub filled with acid. Breezy told the people how he thought he was getting away with it and plans to dispose the body by dissolving it in an acid bath. This shows that true crime can be addictive because it is entertaining. And this addiction leads to following every detail of a crime scene in real life and affecting the suspect's mind and involving innocent people.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
According to Newsroom, Clinic Cleaning, change of behavior of a person addicted to true crime story. Watching too much true crime story may cause you to become overly wary of others, even people you've known and trust for a long time. At home, true crime fans may find themselves triple checking their locks at night and not being able to sleep. That increase awareness, making them more ma- making more safe, unsafe, aware about safety and surrounding. However, frequent exposure to violence or disturbing details may also lead to fear, anxiety, or even paranoid, causing them to mistrust others and change their daily habits. Some individuals may become preoccupied with safety measures to develop obsessions, behavior, while others might become desensitized to violence or struggle to distinguish reality from fiction.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
Anya Nicole, whose sister was murdered in 1993, argues that the genre often exploits victims' families by commodifying their tragedies for entertainment. Instead of honoring victims, many productions re-traumatize survivors, distort events, and profit from pain. Like Netflix drama series, the genre also tends to prioritize stories about white female victims while neglecting others, raising concerns about inequality and ethics in true crime storytelling.
Aha! You think you're the only one that has evidence? Wait, let me call my Pokemon.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
health professionals have mixed opinion on the impact of true crime. Some believe that empowering people by increasing awareness and preparedness. Learning about real-life dangers can make us feel like we're taking steps to protect ourselves. After all, knowledge is power, right? Other argue that it heightens fear and contributes to anxiety. Instead of making us feel more in control, it can make the world seem far more dangerous than it actually is. So does the true crime cause anxiety? Answer. It depends. Some people can handle without any issues, while others experience genuine stress after repeated exposure. If you're already prone to anxiety, true crime might be making it worse even realizing it.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
The University of Texas Permian Basin explained that criminal behavior often stems from psychological factors such as personality disorders, childhood trauma, and substance abuse. These influences show that crime is not solely the result of external nature, like true crime stories, but rather can arise from a person's mental state, past experience, and struggles. This means that even without exposure to true crime content, individuals may still commit crimes because of who they are and the challenges they face.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
People's engagement with mystery, thrill, and discovery is not a harmful addiction but a natural curiosity driven fascination that fuels growth and meaning. Seeking mystery and discovery is more like nourishing cognitive needs than falling into a harmful dependence.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
I strongly agree. Why? Because this unsolved evidence is showing the case that people engage with mystery, thrill, and discovery is not harmful addiction. A natural curiosity driven by fascination that fuel growth, that meaning seeking mystery and discovery is more like nourishing cognitive needs than failing into harmful dependence.
You know what? I think you won.
No, I think you won.
No, you won. You nga. You nga.
Fine. Let's just conclude this whole conversation
What?
into saying that true crime stories are not really necessarily bad for everyone, because with responsible viewing, guidance, of course, because we're children, guidance from our parents and from older people, adult people. And next is avoidance to such thinking, because true crime stories indeed give us knowledge about true crimes and what's happening around us. That means that crimes or whatever behavior a children or a person is doing is not necessarily because of what they watch on TV. As one of our groupmates said, true crimes is just an eye-opening. But reasons of crime can be from psychological.
But you know what? I guess true crimes also influence people with crimes too. I think I have listened on another one that says she said that there is one man that is influenced into killing someone because of too much watching of true crime stories. So I think it goes both ways. True crime stories can be bad and also good. It is just our own discretion as the viewer to actually be cautious to what we do and be responsible to our actions.
You are really right, my seductive groupmate Nisha.
You are really right too, my seductive Gabby Ramos.
And I know a lot of you wanted to listen to us more. But that'll be the end of today's discussion, or what we call debate.